Do-Rag Wisdom here. We are now in the third month of the birther bastards invasion of our country with the help of the Russians. And there's been a lot of stuff in the news about this creep and his staff who perhaps assisted him and Putin in invading our elections and putting this creep in to wreak havoc on our democratic republic, to wreak havoc on our social programs, to absorb all the other branches of our government. So we have one person in there, a dictator, an authoritarian, a piece of shit. Right now, the Democrats, the corporatist Democrats, are sitting and listening to to Gorsuch, the birther bastard from Putin's choice to be on the Supreme Court. Another Anton cursed Scalia, to take away women's rights to choose, to make an even stronger Citizens United so that rich people, more rich people, can have a say in who runs our country. It's pretty amazing. The Republicans wouldn't even sit for President Obama's choice. And that's the point, President Obama had the right to choose the next Supreme Court justice, not the GOP. But bitch McDumbbell made sure, and his other creep, that other little creep, Paul Eddie Munster Ryan, he made sure. They all made sure that Obama couldn't put his choice in. Who wasn't even a liberal. The guy was a freaking moderate, who the Republicans had previously approved of in a lower court. It's just that the racist Republican Party didn't want to allow the black man to choose another Supreme Court justice, who was white as white could be, by the way. I probably wouldn't have liked him. But what this creep wants to put in now, Gorsuch, what's next for us? What's next? Putin and Trump want to take over the judicial branch of our government, and they want to take over the legislative branch. They want to absorb. I said they want to absorb everything. And the Republican Party has absolutely no right, to choose a Supreme Court justice. They stole that. But what are the Democrats doing? They're sitting there and questioning this creep. They should even look at Gorsuch. Where's your spine, Democrats? Where's your fucking spine? But I know where the spine went. It went down the toilet bowl of the corporatists. We need people to stand up against these right-wing, fascist, religious extremist, Putin oligarchs. We need somebody to do that. And the Supreme Court needs somebody to do that. The Democratic Party needs someone to do that. Thankfully, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, if she doesn't die, said she will not retire. If this creep gets in, if Gorsuch is allowed to be put in there, so that the dictator and Putin can continue to destroy, to undermine our way of life. I'm not trying to yell at you folks. It just eats me up. It eats me up to see what these creeps with that James Bondian villain Putin is trying to do to my country. May he drop dead in pain. And the Democratic Party is not doing doing what it's supposed to do because, sadly, it's run by corporatists. We just found out yesterday that James Comey is investigating, his FBI has been investigating the Trump-Putin-Russian connection in our elections since last July. Thank you, Comey, for bringing that up. I really appreciate that. It makes me kind of think maybe you weren't, you shouldn't have done that with Clinton when you did that thing you did with Clinton, but now you seem to be coming back at this creep Trump. Maybe you're a patriot after all, Comey. Maybe you think and believe that our country is in more danger than you really didn't imagine, right? And are we going to allow this crooked, this totalitarian piece of shit Trump to pick a Supreme Court justice so he could corrupt that part of our government too with his buddy Putin? Is that what we want? No. We do not want that. We want the Democratic Party to give the finger to Gorsuch, to give the finger to the birther bastard Trump Putin, to give the finger to bitch McDumbbell and Paul Eddie Munster Ryan. These racist scum. Steve Bannon wants to take down our entire federal government in an explosion to match any that we've seen in our history. He wants to explode our federal government and destroy our social programs and bring back European Christian extremist white society. Well, Steve Bannon, I'm fighting you every step of the way. I'm standing here against you, scumbag, racist piece of shit. I know what this prick Trump is doing. I know what he's doing. And I know what his boss, Putin, wants. And we're going to stop it, folks. We're going to join Indivisible, right? We're going to write our Congress people. We're going to stand in protest. We're going to do civil disobedience. We're going to make sure to be informed. We're going to block this birther bastard Trump Putin's agenda every step of the way. And we're going to demand that the Democratic Party tell the Republican Party to suck on this and to take their Supreme Court nomination and flush him with his head first down a urine and shit-stained right-wing toilet bowl. We can't allow these fascist, totalitarian, religious extremists to steal a Supreme Court seat. And let me tell you, you're stuck with these Supreme Court bastards until they're dead. And I don't want to see you young people have to deal with the draconian policies, the fascist policies of the GOP administration now and in your future.